I'm Aisha Yusuf. So I am based out of Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I'm a data scientist here and just a hobby bird photographer and outdoor activity enthusiast on the weekends. I became interested in birding in COVID. I've been interested in bird watching before that too, as I've been like traveling all the seven continents. I've been taking photos of different birds in different parts of the world, but I never actually really invested in a proper camera or a bird watching lens until 2020 when COVID hit. And then I found like a big network of photographers locally in Michigan who were really into bird watching. And then we kind of exchanged ideas for where to go watch different kinds of birds. And that's kind of how I got into it. So to spread the word about conservation using photography, I spend a lot of time posting about birds on Instagram. Although my Instagram is not just about birds, I also post about different local events that I'm attending or fun things to do in the area that I'm living in. But bird watching is a big portion of it because I do want people to notice the local wildlife. So I talk a little bit about birds. I talk about their habits. I'll especially go out if there's a particular season where certain birds are being watched at that time. I'll go there. So in Massachusetts last couple weeks, it was raptor migration. So we went up to one of the mountains where people were watching raptors and they were actually counting raptors. But in Michigan, prior to becoming a bird photographer, I had a couple other photography communities. So I had a photography group who I hung out with when I wanted to do city photography. Then I had another photography group that I hung out with when I wanted to do nature. We'll go for hikes, we'll photograph sunsets and sunrises. And once I started posting about birds, a lot of my friends also started going bird watching because they're like, oh, that photo looks cool. Now I want to try it. And, especially during COVID, we weren't hanging out a lot. So everybody started going bird watching, especially for the Michigan metro parks. This is really helpful because when you pay their annual dues, so there's a ticket to enter the metro parks. So when you purchase the annual pass, the money that you put in for the pass, it goes back to preserving the metro parks and preserving the birds and other wildlife in the metro parks. So a lot of my other friends ended up also started going to metro parks and buying passes, and then bird photography became a big thing. A lot of my friends who own homes, they also started adding bird feeders to their homes. And now they're photographing birds that just show up in their backyard. So it's been kind of cool to see photography evolve for all of us to include not only what we were originally photographing, like cities or nature, but also now it includes a lot more bird photography in there too.